कौन ज्यादा खरीदता है सेक्स टॉयज, सिंगल्स और कपल्स?
Between 65 to 70% people are singles who are making the purchase. The rest would be couples.
आज हमारे गेस्ट हैं राज अरमानी, को फाउंडर ऑफ बेशरम। इस एपिसोड में हम समझेंगे कि इंडिया में आज सेक्सुअल वेलनेस बिजनेस की नीड क्यों बढ़ रही है, कैसे चेंजिंग एक्सपेक्टेशंस, रिलेशनशिप गैप्स और सोशल मीडिया ने इस डिमांड को शेप किया है। क्या मेन और वुमेन डिफरेंट तरीके से सेक्स टॉयज खरीदते हैं?
Products for women are sold more overall. Every year we sell over 1 lakh vibrators.
There are way more products for women than there are men. Why is that?
Two reasons. Products for men have a limited range of experiences it can give. But products for women, there are multitude of experiences. Products for clitoris, inside vagina, G-spot, nipples, oral sex. So there's a range of products. However, there have been a lot of advancements when it comes to toys for men. ये जो sex dolls लोग लेते हैं, वो average उनकी value 4 lakh rupees है.
How can you find G-spot through the use of sex toys?
This is what we call a vibrator, shaped like the penis. So the purpose of this toy is to go inside the vagina, and female would herself, where she's feeling the spot and the sensations. And of course, when you turn on the vibrations, it will give that sensation. This is a very interesting product, smart toy. This gets inserted inside, and because of the shape, which is similar to the canal of a vagina, and this is controlled by a smartphone app. Long distance couples can use this even when you're not in the bedroom. What do you think is this?
A lipstick.
That vibrates.
No way. Tell me city wise data. कौन सी city क्या खरीदती है?
Bangalore is top city. Second आती है Bombay. Third is between Pune, Hyderabad and Kolkata.
Most innovative product you have seen?
Those VR glasses in which there's already content created, is talking to them, interacting them, and actually having the intercourse with them. This is like literally having a fantasy come to life.
Weirdest product कौन सा है?
मैं actually लाया. You want to see it?
Tell me, what is this?
ये है.
आगे बढ़ने से पहले इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए ताकि हम आपके लिए इसी तरह से और इंसाइटफुल और बेहतर पॉडकास्ट बनाते रहें। एंड इस पूरे शो का ऑडियो एक्सपीरियंस स्पॉटिफाई पे अवेलेबल है, जहाँ पे आप हमें फॉलो कर सकते हैं। एंजॉय द शो। कोई है ग्लोबली कोई ब्रांड बनी है सेक्सुअल प्लेजर प्रोडक्ट, लाइक व्हिच इज लाइक थिंक ऑफ like a trust stamp कि मैं इसी के पास हूँ, like how condoms has a brand called Durex.
Yes.
कि people now swear by it.
Yes.
India में Mankind has done a great job.
Yes.
Score has done a good job. 2-3 brands like people swear by it कि यही है.
Yes.
तो ऐसे कोई sex toys में हुआ है कि people don't care about brand at all?
At the moment, worldwide, the number one brand of toys is called Satisfyer.
Satisfyer.
Right, Satisfyer. This brand has been out there for about 8 years. It's a German brand. And every year they're selling about 1 to 1.5 million products every year. And their revenue is anywhere between, 200 to $225 million. Just
sick.
one brand.
Sick.
They have the majority, and the reason why this brand came and became so well received is they perfectly balance the sweet spot of pricing, great product quality, and great packaging. So with these three combination, that brand has received great response. US is leading. So if you compare the markets of the world, US, UK, Europe as a whole is considered one market, unless if you break it down, Germany, Spain, and France. These are the leading in Europe. Japan somehow has its own ecosystem.
But it's really big.
It's on its own brands. So these American and Western brands don't have so much putting
influence,
there.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's got its own brands. And then the Oceania, so the Australian, New Zealand. So these are primarily the big markets. So even if you do look at research that has been done, these are big markets. So Satisfyer is number one. And they mostly manufacture products for women. So 85% of the catalog is for women, which is also the demand in the world.
Yeah.
But apart from that, there is a brand called VY, which owns a product called Womanizer. They marketed the product as 1 minute orgasm guaranteed. They stood for it. Customers vouched for it. And they created havoc when they introduced that.
They delivered.
They delivered 1 minute orgasm guaranteed. So
1 minute orgasm guaranteed. क्या बेचते थे वो लोग?
right. So the womanizer toy has the suction technology. It could be shape of a laptop mouse. And the suction technology was patented by them.
Okay, so it's the first time they introduced it.
Correct. And it targets the clitoris.
Okay.
So when the suction works in the right way, it delivers the sensations that helped a lot of women achieve the orgasm. And because
Insane.
of their this promise, they took the world over. Then there is a product that is very popular for men. It's called Fleshlight. And now, whenever I'm talking with these brands, right, like for example, Satisfyer is doing 220, 250 million a year. Womanizer, their entire line of products, they don't have so many products. Satisfyer have about 120 products. Womanizer, VWipe have about 40 products total. And they do yearly about 120, but still high because their products are premium. Then Fleshlight, which is number one selling toy in the world for men, sells over 150,000 products in Europe and probably close to that in US, and does anywhere between $80-90 million. So it's branched out. People perceive sex toys to be the same dildos or funky looking products or, male organ, female organ. That's your first initial perception if you're not researched. But when you start researching, and especially now, this decade, the evolution of toys has been as good as the evolution of phones in technology. So now you have smart toys. Now you have toys that are ready to be integrated with AI. But overall, if you think about it, the global market is around $40-45 billion.
इंडिया में क्यों है आज आपके बिजनेस की नीड?
Because people realized they were missing this from their life. They're missing an experience which their body is desiring, and they were not aware of it.
Like people are not experiencing pleasure.
So people experience pleasure, either masturbation or sex. But the pleasure that toys give is an upgrade of an experience versus what you would have otherwise.
And ये लोगों को कैसे पता चला कि they are missing it? क्योंकि अगर पता ही नहीं है कि okay upgraded pleasure होता क्या है,
Right.
whatever there's available वो वही करते हैं.
Right, exactly. Which is why till 2010 there was no search or demand for these products because there was no visibility. And so it's a combination of curiosity, the desire to try, and it's a very natural human tendency, just like hunger.
And a large reason is also कि unsatisfied relationships and marriages बहुत बढ़ते जा रही है. Why do you think कि ये apart from just curiosity कि मुझे और better चाहिए, it's also कि मुझे जो अभी मिल रहा है वो सही नहीं है, right? It's not, I'm not happy. मेरा partner मुझे समझ नहीं पाता है, या sexless marriages बहुत बढ़ते जा रही है. Why do you think ये बढ़ रहा है?
कई अलग reasons हैं. Exhaustion at work, very heavy distractions in life and social media, and relationship expectations जो पहले थी अभी काफ़ी different हो चुकी हैं. So इसमें because हमारा population इतना large है, so there's a sizable sector, काफ़ी लोग हैं जो ये position पे, और जब ये persons जो अपनी sex life में जो miss कर रहे हैं, they are either also looking for toys to make up for it. It's not necessarily leading to the increase, but that is one of the audience that is buying.
Okay.
And earlier that audience probably had dissatisfaction to deal with, form of cheating that would have formed. Does this prevent cheating? Probably not. Doesn't influence. But now they have another outlet to make up for what they're losing in the relationship. Some people say that toys are causing distancing relationship. And I strongly argue against that.
Kyun?
Toys bring couples together because they improve their experience in mutual intercourse or their mutual satisfaction. It gives a partner more than just what's available to give pleasure to their self and to the other partner.
कौन ज़्यादा खरीदता है sex toys? Singles or couples?
Definitely singles. In fact, couples buying toys increase हो रहा है और काफ़ी toys है जो हम couples के लिए showcase करते हैं कैटलॉग में. So उससे हमें आइडिया आता है कि ये couples. Now couples का toy का concept भी एक अलग है राज. There are toys which couples have to use together. Okay? So that will be considered a couple's toy, which both the male and female have to participate in.
Okay.
But toys होते हैं जो सिर्फ फीमेल के लिए होते हैं. So it's possibility कि एक person ने purchase किया है for their female partner, right? So now in such places the data could be skewed. What our observation, because we are based on what product categorization is selling. But mostly, at least now, I would say very good percentage, anyways, between 65 to 70% people are singles who are making the purchase, and the rest would be couples. But there's always a chance that products that a boyfriend got for the girlfriend.
Exact business क्या है?
हमारा business है to make people scream in the bedroom. We are just serving the food on the table for somebody who's been needing to try that cuisine. If somebody is, hey, I want to try something new, because we realize masturbation is constant. It's always been there. We are upgrading your experience. Masturbation is the act. Sex toy is the tool. So masturbation जो आप without sex toys भी कर सकते हैं, with sex toys भी कर सकते हैं. So sex toy is the tool to improve your experience in masturbation. It also आपको कई बार masturbation में sensations जो होते हैं both male और female को, वो enhance करता है sex toys, क्योंकि as a body and how we conventionally doing, it's not always going to deliver those experiences.
I'm thinking, how do you even reach out to people to where you know कि ये इस इंसान को चाहिए होगा? What do you do?
हमारा
क्योंकि एक बहुत inherently shame और awkwardness attached है Indian society में. तो
जब से हमने start किया इंडिया में 2013, so demand has been higher than supply. So
really?
वो question कभी नहीं आया कि हम कैसे reach करें. हमारा question ये आता है कि इसका demand है, हमारे पास ये products, we are run out and we have to restock them.
तो इंडिया में demand इतनी ज़्यादा है that you are always out of stock?
Not necessarily always out of stock, but if you see the evolution of this category from 2013, जब हमने ये introduce किया था, वो time पर there was virtually no search or inquiry about products, either sex toys or dildos. There was very negligible. These people probably saw a movie or some episode online, they'd be searching, but there was very negligible. So जब people started looking, we were the only available source. So that demand was enough for us to match up.
Yeah.
Right? But जैसे time change होता गया, now you hear about this conversation in Bollywood movies. Netflix पे chill कर रहे और आप ने देखा show या content, social media पर इसकी बात हो रही है. So अब लोग खुद ही डिस्कवर कर रहे हैं from their own surroundings. So fortunate, which is why today it is the best time to be in this business. I call this is the golden age for sexual pleasure companies. It's like how internet was in the 1990s and 2000. We are going through the golden age, and very soon we may welcome the sexual revolution of India.
What do you mean by sexual revolution?
Is when you and I can talk about products on the coffee table without worrying log kya kahenge. So that age when it will be normal to talk about pleasure, it'll be normal to talk about sex toys, is what I call the sexual revolution of India.
आज क्यों लगता है कि लोग बात नहीं कर पाते? क्यों है ये शेम? क्योंकि सेक्स तो लोग कर रहे हैं.
Yes.
एंड सेटिस्फाइड भी है, अनसेटिस्फाइड भी है.
Yes.
There's a reason हम वर्ल्ड में इतनी बड़ी पॉपुलेशन है,
Yes.
दी बिगेस्ट, राइट? जब ये होता है, हर जगह हो रहा है, बहुत हो रहा है. It people see it as form of entertainment, form of exploration, form of escape, form of love, form of togetherness. 25 तरह के लोग इसको तरीके से देखते हैं. बात क्यों नहीं कर पाते हैं?
हम अपने peers में, हमारे friend circle में बहुत openly बात करते हैं. बट ऐसे environment होते हैं जहाँ पर हमारे या पेरेंट्स होते हैं या फैमिली मेम्बर्स होते हैं, वहाँ पे हमारे conversations whisper में या hush में होते हैं, या we don't touch these topics. So ये mindset comes from a little कि हमारा cultural fabric ऐसा है जहाँ पर हम, even though I'm okay with it, I'm talking, I don't want to offend my parents. I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. I don't want to make them have to hear such things, which, you know, so we as Indians are juggling this two, I wouldn't call personalities, but I think it's two state of mind जहाँ पर हम, we can be ourselves, and a lot of us are. Sometimes I'm surprised at how much information some people share now,
Yeah.
versus the India I left 30 years back. They talk more, they act more, they are more informed. But at the same time, when in our surroundings of family and parents, we are a little subdued because this is not a necessary conversation to bring that. So it's a little bit about culture. I think this is going to stay there. This is a worldwide thing. It's not something that in America or Germany आप parents के सामने all day बात कर सकते हैं. You know, it is understood. I mean, आप अपने friends के साथ अपने बात कर ली, वहाँ पर सुन रहे, it's okay. But still वहाँ पर भी हमने movies देखी, American Pie, हमने other देखी, वहाँ parents willing होते हैं कि educate करने के लिए, but ये conversation better हमारे age group और peers के साथ ही comfort level में बात करते हैं. So India में at the moment the concept of shame is become more well defined and has separated from societal judgment, from the cultural policing, and from others' opinion. So I think we have come to a place where we are mature enough, where we balance what is shame and what I want, what is my need. This I don't think has anything to do with shame. I think this is more like it's my personal affair. It's my personal preference, or it could also be something TMI for an open conversation. So मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूँ ये क्योंकि हम अगर वेस्ट में भी देखें, ये कॉन्वर्सेशन ऐसा नहीं है कि लोग बात कर रहे हैं कि ओ मैं यूज़ कर रहा हूँ या आपने यूज़ किया है, और राइट सर्च कर रहे हैं, क्वेश्चंस कर रहे हैं, जहाँ फोरम से वहाँ अपने प्रोफाइल नेम से बात कर रहे. सो ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई राइट, बट ये जनरली कोई, सो आई डोंट थिंक दैट हैज़ अ दैट कम्स अंडर द गैम्बिट ऑफ दैट शेम का इफेक्ट उस पर रहना चाहिए नहीं.
It's more related to personality and privacy.
Privacy and personality, yes.
क्यों women more open होती है about talking about their sex life, private life, what they're using, how they're going through with their partners, with their like हर चीज़ अपने friend circle में बताती है, versus men don't talk about it.
Very true.
Men max talk about their ego boosting and some stuff and that's it. उससे ज़्यादा ना कोई लड़के बात करते हैं ना कुछ होता है.
I think ये concept है. This has to do with the psychology of how men and women are. I heard long time back, men use their eyes to fall in love, women use their ears. उसी construct में women, जब 2 women 3 women जब बात करते हैं, वो अपने thoughts को better express करते हैं क्योंकि वो रेज ही इस तरह हुए हैं जहाँ पर वो ओपनली बात करते हैं इन देयर ओन जेंडर जोन. और you know, I think women love the concept of talking, right? You know, even all relationship experts, they say कि अगर you have a quarrel, go talk to her. Don't go out and say I need space. Yeah, you may need space, but taking space is not going to solve the reason for the quarrel. So women are more likely to talk and want to hear you. So that's how the psychology is. And with men, even, you know, I think this is again a guy's thing. Like if I'm with my friends and hey, what'd you do last evening? Oh, I hung out, met with Jay, and we chill. Now, if my girlfriend would have had that conversation with her friend, what did you do last night? Oh, we took out this painting. I saw the messages her boyfriend was sending. How rude of him. I told her this is not the right way for her to be treated. And then we were talking about nails. So the conversation in a women's circle is much more open, and they are like that. So when topics come about sex and their dating life, I think they are talking more to get a feeling of being like a sister to the other friend, either sharing or taking advice, versus men. I don't think many men say I love advices. I don't think men say I think I'm doing a good job. So that also goes into it. I think it's more about psychology than any cultural implication.
I heard a couple of my friends talking about something. I heard very interesting किसी के group में कि for men, winning her is a private project. For women, improving him is a group project.
What a irony.
Yeah.
Because what I heard is man goes into marriage with a woman hoping she will not change. And woman goes in the marriage with the man hoping he will change.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what happens.
And then there's a private affair and it's a group project. And that's how they operate like that. Like they need कि ये जो है इसकी सारी चीजें मैं अपने ग्रुप में बताऊंगी and then I'll get either advice or just share and then do it.
If you would have seen any of your friend, if they break up, did you ever hear they tell the whole background or context? I don't think so, right? With guys. But when the breakup happens on the girl's side, I think it's more like a
decoding.
Yes. It's
analytics.
It's a very in-depth project, and also because everybody support each other, so it's not that one person is saying the other people are listening. I think the women, when they're together, they support each other, whether good conversation, bad. So I think that conversation builds up, and which is why kiddie parties always have women. I've not seen kiddie parties with men.
Fair. But I think men talk a lot in front of their women.
Like to impress them?
No, just a partner. Men are very emotionally vulnerable and they emotionally vomit and emotionally share and do all of that in front of the women. बाहर नहीं बात करते. Which like is they will share everything with the women, how they're going through, what they're feeling, what they're going, like maybe knowingly or unknowingly.
Right.
जितनी भी बात करते, भले वो कम ही करते हैं उससे भी, but जितनी करते हैं मैक्सिमम वो अपनी पार्टनर के सामने ही करते हैं. and that's their weakest spot, and that's why the moment अगर breakup होता है या कुछ होता है, you don't have that partner,
Right.
they don't know who to talk to, what to talk to, and
Very
that's why they
interesting.
suppress a lot.
I think when men trust their partner, they lower the guard. And I think this also comes that, we always know that boys are very close to their mothers because of trust and respect. So when that person comes in their life who brings a trust level that close, generally men drop their guard, and when they are themselves, they're not very much processing what they're saying. They're saying what there comes to their heart.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes it's great. Sometimes, it's a conversation for a different day. अच्छा तुमने ये कहा था.
That मेरे को buying patterns बताओ कि क्या men और women different तरीके से sex toys या pleasure toys खरीदते हैं?
Yes.
क्या difference होता है?
ये जो हमने last 3 years में देखा है, almost 63 to 64% product buyers are men. ठीक है? But that doesn't mean that they are buying products for themselves. जो 65%, 64, 65% men buyers हैं, कई buyers products buy कर रहे हैं उनके partner के लिए. So हम सोच सकते हैं कि या तो उन्होंने कहा इनसे कि आप खरीदिए, इनिशिएट आप कीजिए, तो men लाते हैं या men लाते हैं अपने पार्टनर्स के लिए, या तो गिफ्ट्स के लिए, एनिवर्सरी के लिए, स्पेशल ओकेजन्स के लिए. और जो विमेन बायर्स हैं, अबाउट 30-35%, हमने देखा है कि वो काफ़ी इंडिपेंडेंट बायर्स हैं, क्योंकि उनकी एज ग्रुप बिटवीन 35 to 44 ईयर्स है, जो वुमेन बायर्स है. और जो मेन बायर्स है, उनकी एज ग्रुप majority 25 to 35 hai, but second is 18 to 25. That's the second age group. So men buyers are more, but products for women are sold more overall, though 30 to 35% buyers are women. Every year we sell over 1 lakh vibrators every year, and just vibrators.
But there are way more products for women than there are men, than there are products for men. Why is that?
2 reasons, Raj. One, products from men have a limited range of experiences it can give. But products for women, there are multitude of experiences that you can get. The products for clitoris, the product for inside vagina, for the mythical G-spot, for the products for anal use. Then there are products for nipples, there are products for oral sex. So there's a range of products. But why is that? The second reason is because of the big orgasm gap that exists not now, but over centuries. Even the reason sex toys, the concept of sex toys or the products that were started was because women were not achieving orgasm, and there was a need for buying and bringing products that at that time it was men buying those products, right? This is the I'm talking about the early 20th century, and it started from there, and then of course it's expanded. So overall, worldwide, women sex toys are sold more than men. However, in the last 2 to 3 years, there have been a lot of advancements when it comes to toys for men. They have brought in automations, उसमें नए experiences आ रहे हैं, उसमें products आ रहे हैं जो squeeze करते हैं, products आ रहे हैं जो rotate करते हैं, products आ रहे हैं जो thrust करते हैं up and down, products आ रहे हैं जो अगर आप porn देख रहे हैं तो उसके साथ sync करते हैं. So आप experience ऐसा करेंगे कि आप वहाँ पर हैं. Because at the end of the day, sex is in the mind.
Yeah.
So this is the ultimate level of
virtual pleasure.
Virtual pleasure, yes. And it's a reality now. and wait for AI to come in, and that's going to be another evolution with pleasure.
So what type of products are bought most by the men and most by the women?
So by men, most products are bought or called masturbators.
Okay.
But there's a sanitized word for that called strokers.
Okay.
Right? But essentially, it's what it does. And most products bought by women or for women is vibrators. Now in India, they're not called vibrators, they're called massagers.
क्यों?
Because
allowed नहीं है ना there.
हाँ, तो ये there's a funny thing about India. If I call this vibrator, it becomes obscene. But if I call it massager, it is not obscene. So अभी मार्केट में आप जो भी देखेंगे सभी प्रोडक्ट वेदर वाइब्रेटर हो, स्ट्रोकर हो, स्टिमुलेटर हो, बट प्रोडक्ट हो, सभी को मसाजर के नाम से.
तो मसाजर फॉर मेन, मसाजर फॉर वुमेन.
Massager for men, massager. बाकी then you use your imagination. They will package it and they will label it as massager, which is why, the Blinkits and Zeptos and Snapdeals of the world are being advised by their lawyers कि आपको बेचना है, अब massager बोलो, everything is okay. Don't call it by its name.
सबको पता है क्या है.
Yes, सबको पता है.
And they just everybody is enjoying.
Right. Everybody is okay. ये I think very peculiar to India है कि यहाँ पर डिमांड इतना है कि जब आपको बेचना है या आपको खरीदना है तो you'll find innovative ways to go. Even though there is no real regulation yet, कई लोगों को जिन्होंने इसके बारे में रिसर्च नहीं किया या न्यू इन द बिजनेस है, ये इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं है कि रियली इस प्रोडक्ट्स के ऊपर कोई लॉ या कोई रेगुलेशन या क्रिएट नहीं है जो इसको या प्रोहिबिट करता है या रिस्ट्रिक्ट करता है. बट बिकॉज हमारा मॉरल रेडार में हम सोचते हैं कि यार ये प्रोडक्ट होता है सेक्सुअल प्लेजर के लिए तो ज़रूर इलीगल होगा या ज़रूर अलाउड नहीं होगा. ये हमारा फर्स्ट इंस्टेंस आता है.
Okay, tell me more about men versus women. Who are more loyal customers?
Women, absolutely.
They keep buying again and again.
They are repeat customers. But if I look at the big picture, Raj, the fact कि इतने इंडियंस हमसे उनका इतना इंटीमेट इंफॉर्मेशन शेयर कर रहे हैं when they buy a product, ये test of loyalty at the ultimate level. I don't think any other category of products can have that kind of a loyalty, right? So, but women, because women are creatures of habit. If they are happy, they're not going out to shop for better price, or they've seen it, they've experienced it. They trust. So उनके लिए trust बहुत important. They know that it was delivered, they got it, it's what it was said. Men, maybe it's not necessary that they're not loyal. Maybe they have हमें आज ऐसी सिचुएशन में हम कि आप जहाँ भी जाओ आपको ये प्रोडक्ट्स आपके फेस पर आते हैं. आप ब्लिंकिट पर आप स्टेशनरी ऑर्डर कर रहे हैं, फूड ऑर्डर कर रहे हैं, आपको एक रिमाइंडर आएगा, हाँ ट्राई कीजिए. तो मेन काफ़ी डिस्ट्रैक्ट होते हैं और मेन के लिए उनके जो सराउंडिंग्स हैं वो मोर उनके कंट्रोल में है. ताकि वो, इसका मतलब ये है कि वो बेटर पोजीशन में कि उनका पैकेज कहाँ डिलीवर होगा और वो उनके हाथ में आएगा. थोड़े क्वेश्चंस ये कंसर्न्स विमेन के लिए ज़्यादा होती है. तो जब उनके पास एक कंफर्ट लेवल आ जाता है, so they are happy to continue with that.
And what's the fastest growing category for men and for women?
So for men, the fastest growing category is prostate products.
What is that?
So prostate toys are toys that are used to stimulate the prostate gland. Conventionally, products from men were all focused for the penis. right? They were all there to give a better experience. But prostate products are products that you cannot access yourself, so you need a toy which gets inserted in the butt, and either through a combination of the texture of the product or the mechanism, which is vibration, it stimulates your prostate. So ये एक और एक चीज़ है जो आप कह रहे थे शुरू में कि लोग क्यों टॉयज ट्राई करेंगे, क्योंकि कई एक्सपीरियंसेस हैं जो आप बिना टॉयज के एक्सपीरियंस नहीं कर सकते. दिस इज एन एग्जांपल. और not only studies but people experience and tells that the orgasm that they get from prostate stimulation is more intense, more stronger, and more deeper than what they get through penis stroking or penis. Right? अभी तो recently ये भी पता चला है कि ballgasm होता है.
क्या होता है?
So जो हमारे ह्यूमन के स्क्रोटम होता है, जो हमारे एज वी कॉल बॉल्स, इनको भी स्टिमुलेट करके एक अलग तरीके का ऑर्गेज्म मिल सकता है.
ओके.
और ये हैज़ अ डिफरेंट सेंसेशन देन व्हाट द पीनस ऑर्गेज्म इज. सो इफ यू लुक एट द मैन, they have now 3 different variations of orgasm. The one that you get by stroking the penis, the one that you get by stimulating the prostate, and one that you get by stimulating the scrotum of the balls. So जैसा जैसा हमें वैरायटी की ज़रूरत पड़ रही है, researchers और inventors नई चीज़ें discover कर रहे हैं.
And what's the fastest growing category for women?
For women, the fastest growing category is suction massagers, or as we call suction vibrators. These are the vibrators that focus on the clitoris. And this is a change from the standard vibrator. The standard vibrators have this vibration feeling, which when touching the clitoris, it causes the buzzing sensation and leads to the orgasm. The suction creates a vacuum-like sensation. It is a sensation that male's oral cannot give the experience, right? Because oral you have a tongue involved, but you can imagine it's as if like you're sucking a lollipop. तो ये वो sensation है जो when on the clitoris, when it's focused on the clitoris, इससे women को very strong and very intense orgasm feel होता है.
What do you think? ये buying pattern, what does it tell about, like what can you infer from this about the relationship status in India right now?
It's a complex question. One thing that we can infer from this is that women are more equal in their relationships now than they were ever. So their needs matter, their wants matter. And if the partner is not able to deliver, they are okay to get it themselves.
But does it also mean that more men are not able to deliver to the expectation of women?
I don't think so. I don't think that is a pattern. Because see, at any time of at any time frame, men needs, that emotional connection and higher level of intimacy to be able to satisfy the women like they want. Men generally, when a relationship, they want to satisfy. They're not just about satisfying themselves, they want to. Yes, some men may be selfish, maybe that's because of the range of the relationship is. But I feel that men have much more to do when it comes to perform and please their partner and satisfy. And sometimes their ability gets affected due to a lot of external factors, work exhaustion, sometimes physical state of mind or physical state or state of mind. And that leads to situations where they are not able to satisfy or deliver to their partner.
I don't think it's lack of something. There are a lot of things in contribution. Like there are a lot of things which contribute to this whole situation, right? Let me talk about the non-obvious one and the obvious ones. So non-obvious one, जो बहुत बड़ा problem बन गई, that is porn widow syndrome. Have you heard of it?
I did not hear of it, but I can imagine what it means.
Right. So it's a growing population है जहाँ पे women feels like she's a porn widow now because उनका जो partner है, the men, they are like addicted to porn and they only feel good, or maybe they are just constantly masturbating on the porn, and that's why they're not able to focus on the women, and they don't share that emotional or physical intimacy. And there are so many doctors who have been on the podcast, they also talk about it ki men can't even perform with their women, they don't even feel attached, and that's why women are feeling dissatisfied, and that's why hence the rise of a lot of other stimulants which they want in their relationship. And it's a growing thing that more and more men are watching porn, and because they're watching porn, they're getting addicted to the sexual fantasy, which is not happening in reality.
Right.
और उन सब से दूर हो गए.
When you say that, I very much concur and agree that is one of a very large reason in relationships where men and women are, and also we know the fact that India is the second or third largest consumer of porn worldwide. So, and of that 85% is men who are consuming porn. So that is a true phenomenon where when men are so much accustomed to getting their, what do you call, rocks on, as the term is, to get the orgasm when watching porn and visualizing a certain fantasy, but in reality, it's not matching. So they do not have either arousal, they don't have the desire, or they don't have that intimacy or the connection. So that does leave the women very, lacking.
Feeling dissatisfied.
Right. So I do not know how big a percentage would that be.
It is increasing.
Right? But I would agree it would increase, being that the increase of our porn consumption, and that could, all these kind of tie to those sexless marriages. So it's because men are, it's not that they're not masturbating, right? Maybe they're not having sex with a partner, but men are masturbating. And this kind of ties to the fact that sexless marriages are increasing because they are very much getting their satisfaction by watching porn and not having the same level of connection with their partners.
Yeah. The second problem, which is again a growing problem, is testosterone crash. That more men have lesser testosterone in today's generation than inherently men used to have, because of work, pollution, lifestyle, food, excessive stress, bunch of other things together. The testosterone levels is going down, and that's why they don't have this insane sexual desire to go out and help their women, or maybe just have a healthy sexual life. And that's why more women are feeling dissatisfied.
That is something similar to what I brought up earlier, where men not necessarily having the lack of intention, but the ability, which the physical ability would be either the desire or arousal or the, leading to the testosterones getting cooled down because of work pressures, or, with a lot of families have kids, and after having kids, generally your focus is around kids. Your schedules are messed up.
That's where the death of desire happens.
So, for couples, maintaining an active sexual life in India has to overcome a lot of challenges, whether they like it or not. Joint family system, work schedules,
privacy nahi
hai, kids and children growing up. And so if you solve this and this and this and this, and then by the time, sex became down in that list,
priority list
of priorities. So yes, that is a very strong factor for situations that arise, for the gap that arise in relationship, the orgasm gap. Also, well, the connection gap or the intimacy gap that arises, not necessarily the orgasm gap. I think both sides, male and female, have their own set of limitations or own set of factors that cause this disconnection. I think, yes, there is performance anxiety, but there's also happy marriages. There's also good communication between couples. There's also, so a lot of people's personality and their maturity in this relationship results in what the outcome is. But there is going to be a lot of new relationships. There's going to be a lot of relationships that are either a product of fast dating or, short courting that led to a place where their communication and their expectations are not balanced, where situations like this will come. Now, do I think this is very common?
So let me ask you $1 million question on this. How can you find G-spot through the use of sex toys so that you can help other people?
Let me correct
or
you.
Couples can actually help each other have better sex?
It's a $1 billion question.
It's a $1 billion question.
I think a majority of people who've used toys which are designed, the shape is designed because they have vibrators that have a curve to move around and feel where your G-spot is. Many of them believe they found that spot where they got the peak of their sensation, right? It's still a debatable topic. It's not that, hey, toys will find your G-spot. Toys will get you to orgasm. And the orgasm may be felt the same way like it is on your G-spot. But due to the anatomical structure of various women, the G-spot may or may not function the same across the board. So some believe there is no concept of G-spot. Some believe there is a G-spot. And in all of this studies and research, the men who are circling around trying to find where the hell is the G-spot, right? But why do you need to worry about G-spot when you're reaching the destination? So if a male, for a male, the toy is a blessing because it checks off so many things that you need to do part of your process in the sexual activity for a good mutual ending. It helps improve foreplay. It helps increase the sensation, whether used with your male organ or not. And it gives you the opportunity to deliver a great satisfaction for your partner. So I think a lot of men find more happiness and more peace and content when they know that they were able to get their partner the orgasm.
What's the toy which is closest to get the G-spot? Do you have anything?
I have a few samples. Let me see if I have actually. Yes.
Because we're talking about G-spot.
We need to bring the moment of truth for.
Yeah.
This is what we call a vibrator in the most basic sense, right? This has a size. If you see, it's shaped like the penis. And it has ridges. So the purpose of this toy is to go inside the vagina, and the female would herself feel where she's feeling the spot and the sensation. So this part works, and then this works on the body of the vaginal canal. And of course, when you turn on the vibrations, it will give that sensation. This is something that is very popular with women. It's been there for the longest time. This is the most standard form and a very colorful piece. Now, this is a very interesting product. This is a smart toy. It's shaped like a little egg with a tail or a little mouse, as you may think. This gets inserted, inside, and because of the shape, which is similar to the canal of a vagina, it rests there.
Okay.
This is the spot that delivers a vibration sensation, and this is controlled by a smartphone app. So the person who's trying this toy can try this while she's trying it. She can experience it herself. Her partner can play and give sensation and watch, or participate, because this toy goes inside so they can participate as well. Or long distance couples can use this even when you're not in the bedroom. Second fun fact about this toy drives the $200 million industry. This single toy drives the $200 million industry. It is a toy that a lot of webcam models use to earn money from their audience. In India, there are about 30 to 35,000 creators, webcam models.
Really? ये legal India में?
Well, there is no law. If you research about it, there's nothing that says it's legal or illegal. Has it been something that there was an enforcement? Not yet. But 35,000 people in India are on the webcams sites, and they're generating anywhere between $10 to $12 million in rupees as income from Indian customers.
Insane.
It's insane because of this toy. This, what do you think is this?
A lipstick.
A lipstick, exactly. But it's a lipstick that vibrates.
No way. No way. This is what India is doing to toys. It's converting your day-to-day products into toys. It can stay in somebody's bag and nobody will know what's happening. This is insane. Is it selling now? Is it a big sale?
Yes, it is selling. It's selling in previous shapes and form. This is one of the newest that we have manufactured. This is still a prototype. The one we have got is more premium purple color body. It looks much more like lipstick, more premium. So this is the once we approve it, then they manufacture. जब women use करती है, तो वो अपनी private space पे ही use करेगी. उनका concern होता है कि उसका shape should not give away.
Yeah, वो पता नहीं चलना चाहिए कि
right. So जब तक कोई विमेन के बैग में हाथ डाल रहा है या उनके बेडरूम ड्रॉअर में हाथ डाल के निकाल रहा है, तब तक आप ये भी यूज कर सकते हैं, ये भी यूज कर सकते हैं, किसी को पता नहीं चलेगा.
नहीं, लोग अपनी फैमिलीज के साथ रहते हैं.
Yes.
और अपने फैमिली में घर में ड्रॉअर में रखा है, कुछ रखा है.
Correct.
Exactly. साफ करते हुए किसी को कुछ पता नहीं चले. That's why they want to keep it discreet.
Right. So उनके लिए इसके अलावा भी 3 नई प्रोडक्ट्स आई है. एक तो ये है जो looks like lipstick.
Okay.
There's one that looks like mascara.
Okay.
Right. And then there's a one that looks like a little heart. अगर आप मेरे से नहीं मिलते आज और ये आपके टेबल पर होता, तो आप
मुझे तो कभी नहीं समझा.
इन द वाइल्डेस्ट इमेजिनेशन आप गेस नहीं कर सकते कि ये टॉय है. आप ये भी गेस नहीं कर सकते ये टॉय है.
नहीं.
राइट. आप ये भी गेस नहीं कर सकते कि ये भी टॉय है. इट्स अ नाइस फ्लैशी टॉय. और ये थिंक ऑफ द डायमंड रिप्लेसिंग द डायमंड. सो ये भी सक्शन टेक्नोलॉजी में काम करता है. एंड अब इस तरह रहेगा तो कोई गेस नहीं करेगा, ना आपसे कोई पूछेगा. और
ठीक है,
ये है ईयरपॉड. इट्स अ ईयरपॉड टॉय. सो दिस इज द अदर प्रोडक्ट दैट वी इंट्रोड्यूसिंग. तो अभी हम देख रहे हैं कि जो मैक्सिमम डिमांड आ रहा है वो जेनजी का आ रहा है. बट जेनजी का एक लिमिटेशन है. वाइल वो वोकल है अपनी नीड्स के लिए. यस, आई वांट दिस, आई लाइक दिस एंड आई एम ओके विद इट. उनकी affordability is different than somebody who is in the 30 to 45
Yeah.
year age. So हम दो problem solve कर रहे हैं एक साथ. एक तो shape being discreet and something that's not outlandish. दूसरा price factor. अब ये product इंडिया में बिकेगा 1999 2000 rupees में. Of course it come beautifully box packaged. Same thing, this 2000 rupees. So that is a sweet spot. अभी आप एक jeans लेंगे, probably it's going to be 3000 rupees. So you probably cut down one jeans for the sake of pleasure.
How do you design your products? What's the thought process? कि idea कैसे आता है, फिर need कैसे पता करते हो कि मार्केट में ज़रूरत किसकी, मैं कौन से प्रोडक्ट्स निकालूं, क्या करूं, क्योंकि इतना बड़ा स्टोर है,
Yeah.
इतने सारे लोग हैं, बेसिक लोगों को तो पता भी नहीं होगा क्या चाहिए, राइट? लोग बेसिकली 2 या 3 चीज़ें मांगते होंगे.
Yes.
पहले कि आई वांट टू फील बेटर orgasm, I want to
Yes.
satisfy myself, or I want to satisfy my partner, or I want to have something wild, something we've never experienced. ये बहुत vague है.
Yes.
You would not know. So how do you decide कि अच्छा ideation कैसे आता है, decide कैसे करते हो, data, insight, ideation, creativity, and then product कैसे बनाते हो? Tell me the whole journey of thinking of product and then building it.
Product designing first starts for us. When we started, there was no literacy of adult toys or sex toys, right? So at that time, we had to do trial and error. We brought what was doing well abroad and tested. As customers' buying habits and behaviors and their feedback came in, we changed the assortment. Now, what's happening in the last 5 years, our customers are more vocal what they want. So it's less about, this is exactly how we came to this concept discrete toys. Our customers keep telling us that, one, they like premium products, of course, but affordable. Sex toys traditionally were not always affordable. And if they were cheap, they were very poor quality. Like you would get those in the shady markets, underground, the kind you would find on Alibaba and the Chinese websites. So there was always a differentiation. Those nobody wanted. And there was really people who were okay with, oh, I just need a product and I don't care about the quality. But the actual audience wanted better. So we tried to find products and we tried to negotiate with a lot of brands to bring a line of products that is suited for the taste and the wallet of an Indian audience. And it's also a challenge for us to explain this outside because most of the manufacturing and all the brands we stock are American or UK or EU based brands. So for them, this problem was never an issue, the pricing. But when the demand increased and our purchasing power increased, we would be able to influence the decisions on how the products are. So the first came affordability. So due to market and customer demands, we try to find products which are also good, premium, but affordable. Then customers wanted products which are discreet. So these feedback, it takes time for them to be implemented. It's not, the more expansive those feedback are, the more expansive that influences demand, our reach and research goes into it. And most of the manufacturing happens in China. China makes 80% of the world's sex toys. Can we do it in India? Yes. Will we do it in India? It will take some time. We are already doing it. We are doing non-motorized products in India. But it will take some time for us to catch up with that technology, the know-how, and the manpower.
And the laws.
But we'll have to talk about the laws because laws is a lot of ambiguity. Because there is no law that says you can make a product like I showed you. There's no such law.
So you can.
But there's also no law saying you can. So people have to start creating, just like how a lot of these companies started in India post-COVID. If you realize, if you see even in the...
but then they can say, right, like obscene products. Like, अगर आप बनाना स्टार्ट करते हो कुछ फैक्ट्री में या आप इंपोर्ट करना स्टार्ट करते हो, आप बेचना स्टार्ट करते हो, अब कोई लॉ नहीं है कि बेच सकते हो कि नहीं बेच सकते हो, बना सकते हो कि नहीं बना सकते हो.
करेक्ट.
बट लॉ ये है कि ऑब्सीन चीजें आप ट्रेड नहीं कर सकते.
करेक्ट.
तो इसको ऑब्सीन बोल के बंद करा देंगे.
वेरी ट्रू. सो दैट रिस्क stays. But if you see the big picture, जो obscenity का definition है वो भी change हो रहा है as the generation is progressing. If you go back in the 90s, there was a instance आमिर खान करिश्मा का एक मूवी में किस सीन था राजा हिंदुस्तानी मूवी में. At that time जब social media भी इतना बड़ा नहीं था, the whole country was in a debate कि ये was the height of obscenity. That was sparked lots and lots of news. Right around that time, there was a photo ad, not even a film or a movie, a photo ad of Milind Soman and Madhu Sapre. They were nude, close to each other. There was no nudity visible, wrapped with a python, and it's an ad for a shoes brand. That was another peak of the whole country being divided about that this is obscene. Fast forward to our current times, we see 10 times worse. Well, I would say worse, 10 times more in terms of skin visibility.
Can somebody search sex toys and find it?
Chat GPT को भी आप अगर पूछोगे, where can I buy sex toys in India? वो आपको बताएगी ये website.
नहीं, Blinkit, Zepto पे can you search?
Yes, you can search sex toys, but
will they show it?
They will show because उन्होंने उनके एल्गोरिथम से मैप किया हुआ है कि जब लोग सर्च करते हैं
तो massages दिखाओ.
Right now, sex toys is one of the largest search keywords in the whole category.
And you said customs में problem होती है, तो रोक लेते होंगे.
2018 में मेरी फोटो और पुलिस कमिश्नर मुंबई की फोटो फ्रंट पेज ऑफ मिट्टे पर थी.
ओह, क्यों?
पुलिस कमिश्नर का कोट है फोटो के ऊपर कि वी विल completely remove this sex toys industry from the streets. और उसके बाजू में मेरी फोटो है, मेरी कोट है, what big hula hoop for pieces of rubber and plastic. When I saw that, I'm like, I don't want to go to India again. I don't know whether I'll get a grand welcome or not.
Mm-hmm.
Though these interviews were done separately, but interviews start because उनको न्यूज़ मिली थी कि कस्टम्स ने ओवर द ईयर 7 करोड़ के प्रोडक्ट्स कन्फिस्केट किए जो सेक्स टॉयज है. तो जर्नलिस्ट ने रिसर्च किया, पता चला कि उसमें से ऑलमोस्ट 4 करोड़ का सामान हमारा था. बेशरम का था. सो उन्होंने ऑब्वियसली मुझसे पूछना था कि हाउ डू यू फील अबाउट इट, और मैंने काफ़ी boldly, I've told what I thought. I told that, hey, it's a law from 1947. It was passed on to us even before the, discovery of internet. There was no sex toys in those times. This was passed on by the British to us as a gift from separating from them. Though they evolved and they have updated their laws, this thing stayed in our books. And then because it was not something anybody cared, it's not like a mass change was needed. Nobody was trying to fight to change the law of obscenity, right? Because it affected small places, and wherever it affected, people would not have the comfort level to go and fight somebody who's coming. So it would be shoved under the carpet. So ये custom officer जो थे, मेरी इनसे बात हुई. He was well educated. He had a good demeanor, very respectful, and we had a pretty productive conversation. And but he said at the end of the conversation, he still said, we can't release, this is violating this and that, but speak to my assistant. So me and my attorney, when we came out, and then we said, Mr. So-and-so said to speak to you. So he said, sir, आप एक काम कीजिए, आप 2 products मुझे दे दीजिए और कल आपका पैकेज क्लियर हो जाएगा.
क्या दे दीजिए?
तो 2 products.
Okay. Right? 2 करोड़ दे दीजिए. 2
products. No. So मैंने कहा अच्छा, so एक सर के लिए और एक आपके लिए. तो क्या नहीं, एक सर की वाइफ के लिए और एक सर की गर्लफ्रेंड के लिए. So this is the irony. This is the irony that you don't hear out in public, that the gentleman, he was very cool and fine, and I have no problem. We don't judge. We, everybody to their own. हमारा काम है, आपको प्रोडक्ट चाहिए, हम आपको देंगे. हमारा उस वहीं तक हमारा आपसे लेना देना है. जब भी कोई इंडिया की मार्केट के बारे में बात करता है, दे अस्यूम कि इंडिया की मार्केट है 1.5 बिलियन, राइट? बट इन रियलिटी वी अंडरस्टैंड दैट्स नॉट द होल मार्केट. सो द रियल बाइंग population is anywhere between 200 to 250 million. That's the buying population. Doesn't mean they're in metros. They could be in tier 2, tier 3, and then we get some of our most highest average order value from tier 2 and tier 3. That's very interesting also. So out of this 200 to 250 million people who either are internet or social media savvy, have disposable income, more would chance to travel and live in environments where they can buy and use. This is the audience that influences the entire category. And if you do a simple math, right now, US में 73 to 75% people के पास sex toys है. And I'm talking not, you'd say 18 to 50 years age range. 75% people have sex toys. That's a 75% penetration in the category. In India, we are under 5%. So I'm talking about this sample set of 250 million. Under 5%. I think in a very good case, 2 to 2.5% के पास है. Because these are big numbers. Trends show us that every country, as US में भी जैसा growth हुई, Europe में जैसा growth हुई, सभी categories का simple calculation है. Every bedroom drawer has a space for one toy. Every bedroom drawer. So if you look at this 250 million, if you say that's half of them is the buying population, maybe because they're couples, one person of the gender will buy. 125 million people are potential audience that will invest in one toy one time in a year. So if you do that math, and the average order value at the moment is about $40, which comes to around 3,500 rupees. 3,500 के तकरीबन एवरेज ऑर्डर की वैल्यू है. तो आप अगर 3,500 को डॉलर में हम कन्वर्ट करते हैं $40 और उसको हम मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं हमारी पोटेंशियल ऑडियंस 125 मिलियन, तो आप देखोगे कि स्ट्रेट अप आपको आइडिया आ जाएगा कि इंडिया की सिर्फ अनएक्सप्लोर्ड पोटेंशियल इज क्लोज टू $4 billion. $4 billion is a big number for India because जो सप्लाई कर रहे हैं it's only a handful of legitimate companies. If group करोगे probably 10 to 12 places है जो legitimately आपको सप्लाई कर रहे हैं. So आज की डेट में जो लेवल का डिमांड है और जैसा जैसा ये ऑडियंस क्वालिफाई हो रही है, 2 to 3% ने खरीदा है, बट 5-10% जैसा ऐसा उनकी अवेयरनेस आ रही है, जैसा ओके नाउ आई एम रेडी टू बाय, दैट्स हैपनिंग मोर फास्टर. तो ये जो डिमांड जो अभी एग्जिस्टिंग लोग है वो भी सप्लाई नहीं कर सकेंगे, इसके लिए ये कैटेगरी तो अभी और ब्लो बड़ी हो रही है. और जैसा डिमांड बढ़ेगा विजिबिलिटी बढ़ेगी. आप देखोगे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हो रही है, आप देखोगे कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस आ रही है इसके सपोर्ट में, आप देखोगे कि लॉस भी डिफाइन हो जाएंगे. इट्स अ मैटर ऑफ टाइम. टेल मी सिटी वाइज डेटा, कौन सी सिटी क्या खरीदती है? सो मेट्रोज वर्सेस नॉन मेट्रोज पहले बताओ. ठीक है. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं आपको बताता हूँ कि हमारी टॉप बाइंग सिटीज कौन सी है. ठीक है, आपने अगर गेस किया होगा नहीं, सबसे टॉप सिटी है बैंगलोर. बैंगलोर इज टॉप सिटी फॉर बाइंग, और सेकेंड आती है बॉम्बे. थर्ड इज बिटवीन पुणे, हैदराबाद एंड कोलकाता. ओके. एंड फोर्थ पे आता है दिल्ली एंड दिल्ली फोर्थ पे, और उसके पहले ही ओके. व्हाई बैंगलोर नंबर 1? सबसे ज़्यादा सेक्स टॉयज बैंगलोर में क्यों खरीदते लोग? सो ये हमने चेक किया था कि बैंगलोर में काफ़ी विमेन बायर्स हैं, अ लॉट ऑफ, और जो नेशन वाइड अगर हम कैलकुलेट करेंगे तो हमारा 63-65 to 35% है. ठीक है, मेल टू फीमेल रेशियो. बैंगलोर में 42 to 45% विमेन है और बाकी के मैन है. और जब विमेन आती है शॉप करने, उनका एवरेज टिकट साइज हायर होता है. सो विमेन का एवरेज टिकट साइज होता है 11,000 to 12,000 रुपीज़. हमारी स्टोर पे प्रीमियम प्रोडक्ट्स मिलती है. सो दिस इज डिफरेंट देन अदर स्टोर्स इन इंडिया जहाँ पर एवरेज टिकट साइज 2,000 to 2,500 रुपीज़ होता है. और मेन की टिकट साइज होती है 6,000 to 7,000 रुपीज़. सो इट्स ऑल्सो डिपेंड कि विमेन बेटर ब्रांड्स और बेटर प्रोडक्ट्स में इन्वेस्ट करती है. और मेन का जो प्रोडक्ट्स होती है जनरली 2000-3000 स्टार्टिंग रेंज होता है और फिर एडवांस 7 to 10,000 रुपीज़ रेंज होता है. कभी कभी इसमें हमारी डेटा स्क्यू हो जाती है बिकॉज ये जो सेक्स डॉल्स लोग लेते हैं, सेक्स डॉल्स, वो एवरेज उनकी वैल्यू 4 लाख रुपीज़ है.
4 लाख रुपीस.
यस. सो
4 लाख रुपी का प्रोडक्ट लोग ले रहे हैं
ऑलमोस्ट एवरी मंथ हम 20-25 पीसेस बेचते हैं
इंडिया में. कौन सी सिटी सबसे ज्यादा खरीदती है?
तमिलनाडु और कर्नाटका, ये टॉप स्टेट से जो बाई करती है
फॉर डॉल्स.
यस. फिर आता है दिल्ली, यूपी एंड पंजाब.
एंड व्हाट्स देयर इन अ 4 लाख रुपी प्रोडक्ट?
सो जो सेक्स डॉल होती है, इट्स अ ऑलमोस्ट 5 feet रियल फीमेल शेप्ड सिलिकॉन ऑफ हाई क्वालिटी. उसमें काफ़ी डेंस भी होती है, तो बॉडी जैसा रियल वुमेन की वैसी होती है, और उस पर डिटेलिंग काफ़ी होती है, जैसे स्किन की डिटेलिंग होती है, आइज़ की डिटेलिंग होती है, लिप्स की डिटेलिंग होती है. कई लोग कस्टमाइज़ करते हैं, उन्हें नेल्स कैसे चाहिए, नेल्स का कलर कैसे चाहिए, उनको ब्रेस्ट कैसे चाहिए, निपल्स कैसे चाहिए. लाइक निपल्स में 45 डिफरेंट की वेरिएशंस आती है.
And people customize it.
People can customize it, right? So they can customize it. So this is a different category entirely. This is a different business by itself. So इसकी customization आती है, फिर vagina की customization आती है, color, pubic hair, not hair, size, shape. So जब ये customize होती है doll, तो इसका body का एक charge होता है, ये customization का एक charge होता है. फिर कई लोग चाहते हैं कि ये doll उसकी अटैचमेंट कैसी है, वो स्टैंड अप होनी चाहिए या ले डाउन होनी चाहिए, राइट. सो एक तो ये, फिर ये होता है, ये लाइक एलिफेंट्स चाइल्ड, साइज इतना बड़ा होता है, लाइक इट्स द होल साइज, ऑलमोस्ट अ कॉफिन उसमें आती है, क्योंकि इट्स प्री मेड. सो द ट्रांसपोर्टेशन कॉस्ट, द इम्पोर्ट कॉस्ट, ऑल दैट.
Which city in tier 2 is the biggest?
The tier 2 city that is biggest is sometimes Jaipur, sometimes Chandigarh.
Okay.
And Salem in Tamil Nadu. There's a city called Ernakulam. So these are cities that come in top 5. There's also, did I say Chandigarh? And in fact, I was looking this morning, the report, Indore comes at number 8. Indore.
Top 10 cities में.
Top 10 cities में. और उसकी मैंने वॉल्यूम भी चेक की कि लास्ट 2 years में इंडोर से 2.1 CR का परचेजेस हुई है. और अगर हम एवरेज वॉल्यूम, एवरेज ऑर्डर वैल्यू, इवन अगर हम कंजर्वेटिवली ले 7,500 रुपीज़, सो 2.1 CR डिवाइड बाय 7,000 रुपीज़, अबाउट 30,000 ऑर्डर्स. 30,000 ऑर्डर्स वहाँ पर शिप हुए
इंदौर में. Intense. Weirdest product कौन सा है?
मैं एक्चुअली लाया. You want to see it?
Tell me. What is this?
ये है butt plug with the tail of a fox.
With the tail of a fox.
Yeah, not a real fox, but
it looks like fox. Yeah.
Yes. So कई लोग होते हैं जो एनिमल प्ले से एक्साइट होते हैं. But it's not what you think. It's not necessarily they want to have sex with animal. They like to feel that their partner they're having sex with has certain
animalistic traits.
So
role play.
Yes, it's part of a role play more than their choice or preferences. So this butt plug, when it goes whether a male to male interaction or a male to female interaction, when the butt plug goes inside, not only it gives pleasure to the person wearing it, but also gives an appearance that this person has a tail, right? So when you ask me for the weirdest, this is the first one. So most times we are like, WTF, what is this?
Yeah.
Right? Oh my God, my own personal journey, Raj. The first year I was in business, I was myself amazed. मैं समझ नहीं पा रहा था ये प्रोडक्ट जाता कहाँ है, ये यूज कैसे करते हैं. Even today, there are so many variations. I just came from a trade show in Amsterdam. The manufacturers इतना innovate करने की desire रखते हैं कि मुझे कभी कभी देख के थोड़ा टाइम लगता है कि यार ये यूज कैसे करते हैं, ये किस तरह आपको प्लेजर दे रहा है. So sex is not only the oldest profession in the world, right? बट मैंने एक्चुअली कहीं सुना है, किसी ने कहा कि ये ऑस्कर वाइल्ड का कोट है कि एवरीथिंग इन द वर्ल्ड इज अबाउट सेक्स एक्सेप्ट सेक्स इटसेल्फ. Sex is about power.
What's the most innovative product you have seen? Or something that is already there, or maybe something that's coming?
So this was the one that's coming with the VR headset. So this already exists. There's a brand called Kiru, which already have those VR glasses, in which there's already content created, where if you watch it, you feel like some partner, some generally opposite sex. So if a male's watching is a female partner that they've selected, is talking to them, interacting them, and actually having the intercourse with them. So you're seeing that in virtual reality, and at the same time, because this is, your hands are free, you're using the product which is emulating. So in the virtual reality scene, if the female is stroking the penis, the toy is delivering the same sensation of stroking. If the female is giving a, in the virtual reality scene, the toy is doing the suction effect with the toys. And it will also show the man can choose to try a position, of their choice. And when they are actually engaged in the sexual activity, which they are feeling, but they're using the toy to deliver the same experience. So this is like literally having a fantasy come to life in the way you want it and you feel it.
This is already there.
It's already there.
And people are using it, buying it, and it's
expensive. So
how expensive is this?
In US, this whole setup will cost you $350.
$350.
$350. But if it comes to India, it'll be $1,000 by the time you pay duties, taxes, etc.
But still, it's cheaper than your 4-5 lakh.
Yes, so then that's also an audience, right? Some people, now, people who want sex toys, not just for intercourse, they also feel the need of a human to touch, or sometimes be there with them, or sleep with them, or some people talk to them, have shared stories, which is also what the future of AI is looking, because now AI is leading to these smart robots, and they're going to fit those smart robots' brain in one of these dolls. So like how in Japan and China and US, a lot of people speak with them. In the future, you're going to see robots, which we are already having sex, but now they are going to behave and interact like real humans.
After listening to all of this, sex toys, technology, is it making us experience more pleasure or replacing humans? मतलब ये तो technically अब आप खत्म ही कर दो लोगों को. अब women will be like, लड़कों से तो वैसे ही कुछ नहीं हो रहा. I'm not able to get the pleasure. Let me use a toy and use it, and technology has gone so far.
Yeah.
Men, on the other hand, they are like, they are not able to get the right partner or whatever loneliness. They can just get to do this. They don't even go out and try.
Right.
और मे बी जब एक रिलेशनशिप में हो एंड हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ टुगेदर, दोनों को लग रहा है कि बोथ द पार्टनर्स आर इनकेपेबल ऑफ डूइंग थिंग्स, वो अपनी अपनी जोन में बस टॉयज के साथ करेंगे. सो डोंट यू थिंक ये टॉयज और टेक्नोलॉजी डिस्टेंस कर रही है लोगों को?
एंड दिस इज द $2 billion क्वेश्चन यू आस्क्ड टुडे. आई थिंक ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी, ये आपने जो प्रॉब्लम कही कि टू पार्टनर्स में भी सेटिस्फाइड नहीं है एक दूसरे के साथ, या एक पार्टनर टॉय यूज कर रहा है and that's replacing the human effect. या थर्ड सिचुएशन है कि पार्टनर्स टॉय से इतना यूज्ड हो गए कि रियल थिंग में उतना प्लेजर नहीं है. ये प्रॉब्लम इवन विदाउट टॉयज एग्जिस्ट करेगी, एक्सेप्ट द लास्ट वन की टॉय के यूज से आपका एक्सपीरियंस डिफरेंट हो गया. बट आई स्ट्रांगली बिलीव दैट सेक्स टॉयज आर नॉट एन ऑल्टरनेटिव टू सेक्स. दे आर एन अपग्रेड टू व्हाट you're already doing. You are now not so desperate that you would have been because of lack of partner. Your lack of partner could be multiple things. You don't want it. Your social skills are not up to par. You're maybe not in that stage of mind or stage of life where you're,
or time is a problem.
Right. So you're not being deprived. You have an outlet which gets you closer. So it's not that it increased or decreased. Doesn't mean that they will delay them finding a partner. Because this is a daily activity, weekly activity, monthly activity. It's not going to change. The real thing is like the main course. Toys are probably a starter or the dessert that help make the main course better, or deliver a better ending after the main course. Yes, the toys help you achieve a better experience in orgasm. It does not deprive you of any physical sensation, but it doesn't replace emotional connection. It doesn't replace the touch and feel of a human body. It doesn't replace your mental stimulation, because sex is still in the mind.
Yeah.
And if you're using a toy, you're using a lot of your imagination. But when you're with a partner, you don't have to use your imagination. You're actually in the process. So it depends on person how they look at it. It's not going to be that, hey, this replaces or cause. Overall, even the studies have shown, the studies were in India, they've shown that after using sex toys, before sex toys, 56% people said they were having sex often. After using sex toys, that number increased to 79%. Overall, if the whole world, $80 billion worth of sex toys is being sold, it's definitely doing some good.
Yeah.
The fact that in India, it's growing, and now that the knowledge has come about, it's going to be growing more. I think there's more benefit that sex toys are doing in the long run than probably the downside of using.
Correct.
Some doctors prescribe sex toys for improvement in relationships. You talked about sexless marriages. There have been many sex experts who advise their patients to try sex toys. There are patients who suffer from depression. They're advised to use sex toys because it increases the dopamine level and gives them more blood rush and more often. So they have like this peaks in their brain, which reduces their feeling of being in a depressed zone. But then there are also experts who say, hey, you don't try it because it's going to cause a barrier.
Yeah.
So that's a small percentage, but it exists.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you so much for coming here and spending time with us. And I hope people learn a lot of things and all your predictions come true, that it's a growing market. But I hope that it does more good than more harm, because that's also a possibility.
Which is
But
true.
thank you so much for coming here. It was a pleasure talking to you.
It was pleasure myself.
थैंक यू सो मच ये एपिसोड एंड तक देखने के लिए. अब आपको 3 चीज़ें करनी है. सबसे पहले इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लो, क्योंकि जितना आप सब्सक्राइब करोगे उतने ही बेहतर और वैल्यूएबल गेस्ट हम ला पाएंगे आपके लिए. नंबर 2, मुझे कमेंट्स में बताओ इस एपिसोड में आपको क्या अच्छा लगा और क्या गंदा लगा, ताकि हम वो मिस्टेक्स रिपीट ना कर पाए. एंड कौन से ऐसे गेस्ट हैं जो आप देखना चाहते हो वापस हमारे पॉडकास्ट पे, ताकि हम उन्हें लेके आएँ और आपको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा वैल्यू दे पाएँ. एंड नंबर 3, ये एपिसोड किसी एक इंसान के साथ ज़रूर शेयर करना, क्योंकि one conversation can change someone's life. I'll see you next time. Until then, keep figuring out.